It's not a typical day that I'm up and like ready for the day quite this early. Usually the kids and I spend the mornings and sometimes into the afternoon in our pajamas, but today we have a field trip, and so I went ahead and got ready. The kids aren't yet awake, and so I'm just enjoying my coffee on my little couch, and as soon as they wake up, we'll do breakfast and we'll do our morning reading, and then we'll head out to our field trip. It's during this time of the day that I get to enjoy some quiet with my coffee, which I really, truly appreciate. Every morning I try to think about which machines I can put to work for me. So my number one go-to ride or die is always my coffee maker. But next I always think about what laundry can I put in. I do have a load of laundry. I can go ahead and get started for the day. I keep my baking soda in this container. It comes with a little scoop. I picked this up from Walmart a couple of years ago. I'll show you the rest of the things that I bought to go along with it, but I keep my baking soda in here. And so I just add, this is like a 1/4 cup. I usually add at least 1, sometimes 2, right into the drum. And then I'm currently using this type of detergent, which is okay. I usually go for fragrance free, and this one has a very, very light fragrance. It's not bad and it doesn't irritate anybody. So when it runs out, I'll probably go back to fragrance free again. But we've enjoyed this little changing it up a little bit here in our laundry routine. Okay. And I also always add white vinegar to most loads. It just helps keep things really fresh and clean. And I always put it into the little bleach compartment. So we're going to start this load. So here are the 3 pieces I picked up from Walmart altogether. I don't remember the brand name, but I've seen them there still recently. But I keep a little delicate bag here, and I have hydrogen peroxide and a lint roller, I think, in there. And then in here is where I keep the baking soda. And then here's where I keep all my dryer lint that comes out of the dryer. Come on, Mr. Vinny. Here's Mr. Vinny. He's our 16-year-old Italian Greyhound. Come on, let's go outside. Go on. Our little old man dog. Well, the kids are still sleeping, which it is almost 9 o'clock, and I guess they needed some extra rest, which is totally fine. I'm glad we can do that today. But I wanted to show you their chore charts. They each have one, both Robbie and Serena. What I like about them is they have the words written out as well as a picture. If you can't read yet, there's a picture to go along with. Anyway, whenever you complete a chore, you move it over and check it off. And I like them so much because it includes everything that we would normally do here in the morning time. And let's say if you have different chores that you want to do, you can customize this. So you can take this out as a blank sheet that you can use instead, fill in what you want. But we just use the ones that come with it because this is what works for us. I will link these down below. They're awesome and we love them. I am going to go ahead and put dinner in the crock pot. And tonight I'm making smothered pork chops, and I'll be honest, I had an 8-pack of pork chops, and I made these on Sunday with 4 of those pork chops. Well, they were so good. I'm making again today because Brandon wasn't home when I made them before, and this recipe is so good, he's gonna wanna marry me again because I wanted to marry myself after making this. It's so good. I'll link it below as always, but let's put it together. Something else that I want to talk about is I'm using my Instant Pot again as a slow cooker because Last week when I was putting together that crock pot recipe video for you guys, I discovered that the Instant Pot makes a fantastic slow cooker. I couldn't even believe it. I love it so much that I threw away my largest crock pot because it was always cooking too hot. And you know, I really just always had to keep an eye on it because things would end up burnt out of nowhere. So I let it go, replacing it with this. I mean, not replacing it, but clearing out some space in my kitchen because this works so much better. If you haven't tried your Instant Pot as a slow cooker, I cannot recommend it enough. I already told Olivia when she moves out one day, which I hope it's no time soon. I love having her here, but I said, whenever you move out, I'm getting you an Instant Pot because this thing is awesome. I mean, I love it as an Instant Pot pressure cooker too, but slow cooker, it's amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the gravy together in the Instant Pot. I'm doubling the sauce amount. So if you make this recipe, just know that I have doubled the sauce amount. I just like to have ample sauce, gravy, or whatever to put over the pork chops and then on top of the rice or however you serve it, but I just like to have a lot of gravy. So we're gonna use both of these packs of onion soup mix, 2 cans of cream of chicken, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and it actually says to like season the pork chops with this, but I just put it right into the sauce. It calls for a packet of pork gravy mix, but I don't have that, and so I just always use what I have on hand, and I have this Kinder's bone broth gravy. It's turkey flavored. The recipe calls for 1 package of gravy, and usually that's about the same size as a capful of these larger containers. So again, since I'm doubling, I'm gonna put 2 capfuls. Who else loves Kinder's? I love Kinder's so much. I have not met one seasoning from them that I don't like. I'm using half of this carton of chicken stock. I'm just gonna pour it right in. Like I said, I made this a couple days ago, which was a Sunday, and this was the perfect Sunday dinner. I made these pork chops, I made southern collard greens, I made sweet potatoes, which I'm gonna show you today, and I served it over rice. Oh my gosh, this was so good. I'm excited for Brandon to have it tonight. I'm also excited to have dinner ready when I get home today and not have to worry about it after our busy day out and about. So I've got these beautiful pork chops. They're from Costco, and they are not bone in, they are boneless. And I'm just putting them right into this beautiful sauce. We're gonna cook on low for 6 hours. So a slow cook, which is low, and to 6 hours. Normally in my kitchen, you will see a 5-gallon bucket sitting here at the end of our island. And usually it's got flour in it. I keep a lid on that one, obviously, because it's flour, but a friend of mine, y'all, you can't even, okay. This video, I don't think the camera is picking up the scale of these sweet potatoes. A friend of mine wrote me a couple days ago and said, could y'all use some sweet potatoes? And I said, yes, of course. And so she brought me these sweet potatoes. They are giant, you guys. They're like the size of my head. Hold on. This sweet potato, first of all, is still covered with dirt. These are fresh out of the field, but look at how big this sweet potato is. On Sunday, I made a couple of these in a crock pot too, which I had never done before, and it was so easy. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna scrub these really well with a sponge. I have got to give a shout out to my friends over at Little Horse Creek Adventures. They have a YouTube channel, and they are my friends who gave me these amazing sweet potatoes. You should definitely hop over to their channel, check out a video or two, and show their channel some love, and tell them I sent you. Tell them Beth said hi. All right, then what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna put them into, oh my gosh. gosh, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna put them into the slow cooker. I hope they'll fit. Okay. All right, so they don't have to be perfect in there, and I just simply gave them a good scrub. I did not pierce them or anything. I'm going to pop this lid on. Oh my gosh, it barely fits. And then I'm gonna turn this on to low, and it's gonna cook for 8 hours. The other day when I made these, the outsides were looking really nice and like black. They looked really black and burnt, and I was like, oh no, I've ruined them. But when I cut into them, they were the most beautiful orange. They were so soft, so sweet. These potatoes are the most delicious sweet potatoes I've ever had, for real. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh. You have a good sleep? Good. You ready for some breakfast? Would you go ahead and get your vitamins out, please? Thanks, darling. So I wrote with Sharpie on some of our little mandarin oranges, and the kids have enjoyed that so much this week. And if you haven't seen my breakfast prep videos, every Sunday I prep breakfast for the kids for the week. And this week we're having a scrambled egg, mini Eggos, these are cinnamon toast flavor, and a sausage. And I just pop these, oh, and a crunchy sweet pepper. And I just pop these.
And they're not hot peppers.
No, they're not hot, they're good.
They're bell peppers.
They're called sweet peppers. But I just pop these into the microwave and they're ready to go. Good morning, Serena.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Did you sleep okay?
Mm.
So for those of you who are new to our channel, this is Serena, she's 11, and Robbie, he's 6. We also have a 19-year-old, but she has graduated high school, so she's not here, she's at work. All right, let's enjoy breakfast. Every morning while the kids have breakfast, I take this time to do our morning read alouds, and what we read varies from month to month. I just pick whatever I think would be interesting, and I try to do like younger targeted audience, and then a little bit more of like a middle age, like young adult, maybe early young adult targeted audience. You know, that way everyone can enjoy the books that we read. So currently right now we're reading the second Boxcar Children. We just started that. We're only on chapter 2. We really enjoyed the first one a couple months back. And then I'm also adding in a read from the Benjamin Franklin Wise Words book, and we're enjoying that too.
Boo.
All right, Boxcar Children, chapter 2, Surprise Island. And if you have a box version of everything in this item, some of the houses sitting up, but that's fine. Look at it. Yeah, you don't have to. One for English and British. That's how it is. I won't get it. So yeah, before lock it. Let's go to how next so you can tell. And air credit. So you're here from it. So he, wanted to bring in now where is it? So here's what we read about today with Ben Franklin. This little book is really cool. It's just like a page. It's okay. It's like one page of a reading at a time, and that's what we do. So I would just read one page in the morning time. Also, fun fact, we went to Colonial Times. Remember we met Ben Franklin? Mm-hmm. We got to meet Benjamin Franklin this past weekend at an event local to us. It's called Colonial Times, A Day to Remember, A Time to Remember. It's held in the Living History Park near where we live, and it's like a reenactment kind of a thing in the 1700s, and we got to visit with Benjamin Franklin. We asked him a couple questions. He was so knowledgeable, and it's just really fitting that we just started this book after meeting him this weekend. So it's really, it wasn't really him. He was a reenactor, and he had a cute little dog.
That was his wife's dog.
It was his wife's dog.
This is our checklist we have to do. It's brush teeth, comb hair, make bed, get dressed, clean room, do homework, feed and water dog, feed, and then dishwasher, set table, and then clean up toys. So you have to do this. That's what you have to do to check it off.
So you're gonna go work on that?
Yes. It's stuck!
Hey, Rob.
It's stuck.
You gotta take your vitamins, son.
Yeah, open your mouth.
open your mouth. My mom is in the fridge.
I'm not in the fridge. That would be crazy.
She's gonna wipe off the table.
I sure am.
That's what my vitamins look like.
You like them? All right, go do your list. We're heading out to our field trip. This is my favorite way to leave my kitchen clean, shining, and dinner cooking. Yes. All right, so we are heading out to a field trip. We're going out to Edgefield, South Carolina to visit the blacksmith. And we're meeting one of our homeschool groups out there. So should be a really nice day. It's kind of chilly today. It is 56 degrees, which is cold here in South Carolina. Some people love that. I'm more of like a 72 degree girl, but it's okay. It feels all right with a seat warmer, right, Rena?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not warm right now, but it
No,
will.
it'll warm up. All right, so let's, it's a bit of a drive out in the country from where we are, but we always love driving to Edgefield.
Anyway, what do we do? What does a blacksmith do?
Make iron things and cast iron things.
Yep. And in the old days, he would make horseshoes for horses and mules, big old iron tire around the wagon wheel outside. A few minutes. Anybody know what that is?
An instrument. A triangle.
Well, it is a triangle. But there's big ones hanging over there. That's what they would hang off the porch when grandma or whoever would call you for dinner. You're working out in the field. It's just called a dinner bell. So I'll show you, we made that this morning, and I'll make the clanger. You guys can watch it, the iron heat up, make it out of a piece of rebar. So you can watch that heat up, watch me bend it. This end, the pointy end, is called a horn. Okay, that's used for bending things over and whatnot. When they're sharp like this, it's used for bruising your leg when you walk into it, which is why most of them have been snubbed. Because it still hurts, but it doesn't poke you as bad.
Oh gosh.
This is called a little shelf, and it's done a lot of working. A lot of times the blacksmith will use this little edge right here to hammer against, and it squares things up. This is called a face, which was where they do all the work. The bigger hole, bigger square hole in the anvil is called a hardy hole. And they take tools, specific tools that fit in there, and now they can work with that. Different types of bending tools. You'll see me use one in a little bit. The little round hole is called a Pritchell hole, and when they have to punch a hole through steel, they'll get it started on the face, then move to the hole, but when they go through, it doesn't hurt the face of the anvil, it doesn't hurt your tool. Then as you switch to that from the punch, then we'd use what's called a drift. And a drift is the exact same size as the hole you want, and you can drive it all the way through, and now you got a nice little hole on the steel. So that's a round bar. Now I'm making it square. Let's get her nice and hot. So as that's going down in size, it's getting longer. All right, now we make the loop. All right, the whole thing is pretty hot enough. Take it, cool off that little first thing we made. Then that goes in there like that. go. There we go. Normally I would wax this, but you guys don't want to play with it, so one of his holes. You can play. Hold on to the round side.
Yeah.
Yep, and then it's going. There you go.
Aside from farming, what else would it be used for? Like railroads, when they
Yeah,
came
most of it's
around?
on the farm kind of
It's
thing.
just farm?
Call them in from the fields. Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir.
Yep, we're in the middle of a peach field, driving through what we call the Holding Hands Forest. And when we drive through here, the kids hold hands because it's the Holding Hands Forest, and it's just so sweet. But we're heading home from our field trip, and after lunch, it is a gorgeous day for the Holding Hands Forest. I love you guys so much. So we're walking around this little neighborhood. It's such a beautiful day, and they have some lovely fall decorations. So we're bringing you along to just take a little stroll
I'm gonna do this.
through this neighborhood. Walking like a zombie, huh?
Look at that house. It's fine. Look at this house.
I bet these look so pretty at night.
Pretty cool.
So they're also really pretty during the day too.
They're creepy. They're creepy.
That is creepy.
We saw this one. We saw this one.
I love the floating witch hats.
Look at this cute.
They're so whimsical.
Look at this cuteness.
Robbie, what a little treasure. Look, it's tiny, little tiny Halloween decorations. Is that a little witch? Oh, it's so cute.
And pumpkin.
I love that. They have got a skeleton and a hammock. That is cute. Well, we just wanted to bring you along on a little walk on this beautiful fall day. We really enjoy looking at some of the fall decorations and of course the spooky Halloween decorations. Hope you enjoyed too. How did I miss the graveyard? I just dropped off the kids at home and I picked up my other kid. This is Olivia, if you haven't met her.
Hi guys.
She's 19 and we are off to run some errands.
Hi guys, I thought I would add in here, I am reading a book while we run errands. It is called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and it is the 4th Hunger Games book. And they are coming out with the 5th movie being that the third book had to be split into two. The third book had to be split into 2 parts for the movies because it was very long. But anyways, I'm excited to finish it and then go watch the movie. I'm hoping to bring Serena with me when it comes out. So yeah.
This yummy dinner. Sweet potatoes, pork chop over rice, some gravy, and some greens. Oh, it looks good.
All right, I'm just here to drop off Serena at cheer practice. I would love to show you some of what Serena and her squad are working on, but they are working on a top secret routine for their exhibition they have coming up. Oh my gosh. It's like gonna be a big surprise. So we're excited to see that. She's about ready to go work hard, train hard.
Yes.
Yeah. Go, Serena, go! Well, the day is done. It is about 9:15 and I am under a lamp to find some light. It's pretty dark outside, but our day was really good. It was long, but it was good. And we enjoyed our field trip to the blacksmith, walking around down in Hammond's Ferry, which is the name of the neighborhood where we saw the fall decorations. And dinner was good. Cheer practice was good. While Serena was there, I went to visit my mom for a little bit. Robbie stayed home and hung out with Brandon, and Olivia is out with a friend. So, you know, we all kind of go our separate ways sometimes, but it's so nice when we can come back together. I hope to show you a day like that as well. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us today and seeing what a homeschool day looks like for us sometimes. We do field trips maybe 2 or 3 times a month, and this is what a field trip day looks like. We do most of our learning during the field trip. On a nice, beautiful day, we like to get outside and enjoy the weather. Otherwise, we would have come back home and did some things around the house. But anyway, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I just got finished tidying up the kitchen and doing a little bit more meal prepping. The kids have co-op tomorrow. I was doing a little bit of prep for that as well. Anyway, I hope you had a good day. We sure did. And thank you for adding a dash of gratitude to your day. We'll see you on the next video.